Next on our paperwork is the approval of tonight's agenda of 17 paragraphs. Can I get a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Support Deaton.
Moved by Commissioner Noma, support by Commissioner Deaton. All those in
Mr.
favor?
Chair, I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to add a closed session to discuss a written legal opinion pursuant to MCL 15.268H
And you'd like that to appear between 15 and 16?
at the end of the meeting.
Madam Clerk?
Okay, so a motion to amend the
Second.
agenda to add that by Commissioner Nakagiri.
And I'm thinking between 15 and 16.
Correct.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Nakagiri, and I think we have a second by Commissioner
Second, sample.
Sample. Discussion? Seeing none, we'll go with the amendment first. All those in favor kindly voice vote, say aye.
Aye.
The amendment is 9-0. Now we have an amended agenda. All those in favor of the amended agenda kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The amended agenda also passes 9-0. We're on to number 6. It's a certificate of recognition. Commissioner Fiani, you have the floor.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call up Mr. Brandon Bearfield to be recognized, and Mr. Lewis, a representative from Congressman Barrett's office. Good evening. Doing well. Well, it's certainly my pleasure on behalf of the Board of Commissioners to recognize Mr. Bearfield here this evening. Brandon Bearfield was recently awarded the Chief Deputy for the Register of Deeds of the Year for the entire state of Michigan.
Good.
And it's certainly my honor to present this on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. The Livingston County Board of Commissioners celebrates Brandon Bearfield for being named the 2025 Chief Deputy of the Year. As seen time and time again, Brandon is a leader who consistently brings forth thoughtful, innovative ideas and solutions to the Register of Deeds office. His efforts to improve the outreach of the Register of Deeds offices have been utilized throughout the state of Michigan, and Brandon has been recognized by his peers for so. Brandon is frequently contacted by other counties for his expertise, and his opinion is often sought after. Therefore, let it be known that the Livingston County Board of Commissioners hereby recognizes and commends Brandon Bearfield for his outstanding leadership. Brandon's professionalism, and genuine care for the vital work of his office and other offices throughout the state is certainly recognized. Congratulations, Brandon Bearfield. It appears that Brandon also has friends in some higher places than us. Representative Jason Wilford sends his regrets for not being able to attend this evening, but he too wanted to recognize Mr. Bearfield's tremendous accomplishment of being awarded the Chief Deputy of the Year. Let it be known that it is with great respect and admiration that we join with all of Livingston County in saluting Brandon Bearfield upon his acceptance of the Chief Deputy Register of Deeds of the Year for Michigan. As friends and family gather to commend this accomplished public servant, we proudly add our own thanks for the contributions he continues to make in strengthening the integrity and efficiency of local government. As Chief Deputy Register of Deeds for Livingston County, Brandon Bearfield has demonstrated a steadfast commitment to innovation, transparency, and service. His work has not only elevated the standards of his own office, but has also set a benchmark for counties throughout the state. His dedication to continuous improvement and collaborative problem solving has made him a trusted resource and respected voice among his peers. Brandon Bearfield leads with confidence, humility, and genuine care. His actions consistently reflect a deep commitment to the people he serves, and his approach to public service is rooted in respect, transparency, and a drive to make systems work better for everyone. He has shown that excellence in government is not just possible, it's essential. Congratulations. And we have Mr. Lewis here from Congressman Tom Barrett's office. Congressman Barrett also was unable to attend, but certainly wanted to share his admiration and congratulations, so.
Yeah. On behalf of Congressman Tom Barrett, we're honored to recognize Mr. Brandon Bearfield of Livingston County for being named the 2025 Chief Deputy of the Year by the Michigan Association of Registers of Deeds. Throughout his career, Chief Deputy Bearfield has demonstrated exceptional professionalism, integrity, and devotion to serving the people of Livingston County. His leadership is evident in his humility, collaboration, and unwavering commitment to the community. Furthermore, his work demonstrates relentless dedication to accurate record keeping and efficient customer service for homeowners, small businesses, and all those who rely on the Register of Deeds office. On behalf of a grateful Mid-Michigan community and the United States House of Representatives, I commend Chief Deputy Register of Deeds Brandon Bearfield on this well-deserved honor and thank him for his outstanding leadership and service. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. That's an awful lot to live up to. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity and for recognizing me. Thank you, Brandon Denby, for appointing me as your chief deputy. And, you know, I would not have the success that I have if it wasn't for my family and my incredible staff. So I just want to thank all of them, and I look forward to being able to serve the county and the community to the best of my ability moving forward. Thank you very much.
You want the fellow from Tom Barrett's office up here too? Sure. You keep giving away with them. Do that.
On video, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Next on the agenda is 7A through M. Can I get a motion as to correspondence?
So move, Helserman. Receive and place on file.
Here we go.
I second the motion to receive and place on file correspondence.
Motion by Commissioner Helserman, second by Commissioner Fiani. All those in favor kindly voice vote, say aye. Voice vote aye here is 9-0.
Mr. Chair.
7A through M is
Mr.
placed
Chair.
on file.
Mr. Chair, I just want to point out that in my time being on the commission, I think this is the most correspondence we have received for any one meeting. So,
I think you're right. We're on to item number 8, call to the public. First one tonight is 3 minutes. If you want to participate by now, hopefully you've put in a card, you still can. Madam Clerk, run the show.
Bill Anderson, Howell Township, followed by Brian Percuda.
Good evening. I'm Bill Anderson. I am the chairman of the Livingston County Planning Commission. To become a commissioner, you have to run a good campaign in your district and get elected. To get on Planning Commission, you are appointed by yourselves. Tonight, you have 2 candidates before you, one with a wealth of experience if you've done your homework and read the resume, and there's another one with one qualification. He is a resident of Livingston County, which is shared by 200,000 other residents. He also has one other thing going for him. He's a friend of Commissioner Nakagary's. Now, this shouldn't be taken lightly because this allowed him to get the recommendation from the Human Resources Committee in this group. Planning Commission is required to have a representation from the education area. This is the only time that the Planning Commission should receive someone with no experience. Now, I happen to be president of the Brighton Board of Education when I was appointed to the Planning Commission almost 18 years ago. But I was kind of an exception because prior to coming to Livingston County, I was on the Saline City Council and I was the liaison to the Saline Planning Commission, which gave me experience in zoning, master plans, and everything that you would need to be on a planning commission. Planning has areas of representation, residential, recreation, agriculture, commercial. I am commercial and I am stepping down from that seat and as chairman, and the individual coming on will need to have that commercial representation. Again, if you've looked at the resume, Mr. Pelosi is in charge of over 100 7-Elevens and 600 employees, which clearly represents his ability to do this. So tonight I'm asking, are you going to do your responsibility to appoint the most qualified individual, or are you going to go by the way of the good old boy network and select someone with no experience? He'll take at least a year to get up to speed when we have someone that can come on and contribute to the very first meeting. And our first meeting may have to be moved out of this room because we're expecting the,
Thank you. Your time's up.
okay, thank you. And
We get the gist.
I look forward to your consideration tonight.
Brian Procuda from Deerfield Township, followed by Steve Williams.
Good afternoon or evening. I served on the Livingston County Planning Commission for 17 years. And I was the chairman when I left public service 2 years ago and Bill succeeded me. I'm here to speak of my concern about item 13B on tonight's agenda. There were two candidates for Bill's open seat on the Planning Commission. Mr. Wright, which Bill already mentioned, his one criteria was he's lived in the county for 35 years. Mr. Polisi, who has served on two county and the city planning commission and went through the MSU Certified Community Planning Program. It is my understanding that Mr. Polisi was offered a position on the Veterans Affairs Committee, leaving Mr. Wright as the only eligible candidate for the vacancy. After going through challenging times with large-scale solar and now dealing with large-scale data centers, the Planning Commission needs as much experience as possible. I do not know either of these candidates and nothing against either person or the Veterans Affairs Committee, but it is short-sighted of the board if they don't appoint the most qualified candidate. I encourage the board to ask personnel to reconsider their appointment. I would also ask that Personnel Committee to return to the days where they included the planning director and the chairman of the Planning Commission in the review of candidates for the appointment. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
The last card I have is Steve Williams, Marion Township.
Good evening, Commissioners. Quick history lesson for the newbies to the board. An issue that came up while I was still on the board, which I left at the end of 2016, was the court recording system that we paid for and the fact that it was still VHS and we were convinced to spend $300,000 to go digital. Now, at the time it was VHS, people who were participants in trials, both at the court and at the front of the court, could pay $10 and get a recording made that they could take with them, or they could, a lot of attorneys, because there would be 2 tape decks, they would bring their own tape with them, get a recording of that event and take that with them. That has been blocked off. Now, there is no statewide standard. You'll see in some of the documentation that I have provided, and I'll give a copy to the clerk. It says the State Bar of Michigan has a nearly 4-decade-long history of supporting efforts to expand public access to recordings of the public court. Now, I haven't been doing it for that long. However, I do have an article from my last campaign in 2018, and this was one of my issues because I think it's wrong that people have to pay for the court system, they pay for the recording system, and then they're not entirely denied, but their only access is to make an appointment and go and watch the recording down at the courtroom. So that means if they want to confer with their legal counsel, they would have to pay their attorney to go with them. They can't make a copy. The staff makes sure that nobody has a camera to record that, and then they have to leave without it. Or you can pay for a transcript, which I have done, and I will say that a hearing of only a few hours is like $550. Now, the transcript doesn't include tone, doesn't include facial recognition, doesn't include anything except the written word. And as you've known, because of what I've talked about, a big portion of what's been going on in the problem in the case that I am not a party to, but I am paying for, is attitude, inflection, and a certain narcissistic smirk before the judge that I'm having issues with decides that she's determined how to pencil screw me, as we say in the Army, and then she starts to speak. None of that is captured on paper. And in addition, not everybody is going to have $550. There is a little bit of a survey of some of our peer counties to say who does what and who provides what access, and I think we're falling behind. We're still the 10th largest county in the state. In addition, there is a bill at the state Senate, is my understanding, and I will provide details on that at a later date. Thank you.
I have no further cards. I just received a card. Chuck Wright, Handy Township.
Evening. I didn't really plan on speaking tonight. But yeah, I've been a resident of the town or the county for almost 35 years. This is a place I came to. I enjoy living here, and I want to see the county succeed. I want all the residents to enjoy the property that they own. People work hard. About 75% of the people that work in the county who leave the county for work, and they do so because they like where they live. They want it to remain the way it is, and they have to go outside the county to work. I don't want to see the county change. My resume probably is not as deep as the other candidate who was at Personnel Committee, but I care deeply. I will study. I will ask questions. I will get answers, and I will do the best that I can to serve everybody in the county and try to preserve the environment we have. The MCL for Planning Commission selections does say that candidates need to come from major interests in the county, one of those being commerce. But the MCL is basically this. It gives no description about what qualifications or requirements are needed for any of the major interests. So I work for a company that sells things. I'm concerned about their bottom line. I have a desire for the company I work for to succeed. And I think all companies have that of their employees. And so I don't know what the requirement is to be the commerce representative, but I believe that that's not necessarily a terribly strong requirement from the MCL is to define what commerce is. Like I say, I didn't really plan on speaking tonight, so I don't have anything prepared. I'm just going off the top of my head. But I think most of you gentlemen know where I sit. And I plan to do the best job that I can if you select me to be appointed to the commission. Thank you.
I have no further cards.
And I see one hand up on our Zoom. Ms. Minchwich, can you hear me?
Yes, Cindy McNevich, Hamburg Township. One of the
Proceed, you have the floor.
Okay. One of the responsibilities of the Board of Commissioners is to appoint people to the boards and commissions. I think it's pertinent, especially for the planning department, to appoint the most the person with the most experience. Full stop. Thank you.
You're welcome. I see no other hands up on
That
the
is correct.
Zoom. And I'm being concurred. So we'll call to the public. Item number 8 is now closed. We on to item number 9, where we have 5 sets of minutes. Can I get a motion on all 5 sets?
I move to approve all the minutes presented for item number 9.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Support Deaton, also through Echo.
Commissioner Fiani has made the motion. Commissioner Deaton has seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, voice vote. All those in favor of approving 9A through E, kindly vote, voice vote with an aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? My ears heard a 9-0 voice vote for all A through E on paragraph 9. We're on to number 10. It's entitled tabled items from previous meetings. I have none. Does anyone have any to bring to my attention? Seeing none, we'll go on to number 11, which is reports. Any commissioner wish to report items of interest to other commissioners? Seeing none, we'll go on to item number 12, which is our public hearing to adjust building permit fees. I will call the meeting to order if I get a motion. Can I get a motion to call it to order?
A motion to start the public hearing for adjusting the building permit fees.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Deaton, support by Commissioner Domas. All those in favor, voice vote, kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting is formally opened with that motion. Next are public comments. And I've been advised by our attorneys, I can either declare same a number of minutes if no one objects, or we can make a motion and vote on the number of minutes we should allow for public comment.
I have no reservation with you declaring the amount of time allotted for public comment.
Commissioner Helserman?
Yeah, I think the chair has the right to.
Subject to objection, I'm declaring that the public comment for the public hearing that we're now in will be 3 minutes. That's solved. Now, does anybody have any?
I don't have any
Comments.
cards for the public hearing.
Does anybody wish to put in a card right now if you're in the room? I don't want to block anybody. Seeing none, anyone on Zoom, if you'd raise your hand and would like to talk about the adjusting the building permit fees? Anybody on Zoom, raise your hand, please. I'm seeing none, so the public comments of 12B are now closed. It takes a motion to adjourn the hearing.
I motion to adjourn the public hearing on the building permit fees. Roger Deaton, Commissioner.
Q.
Support Domas.
I've heard motion by Commissioner Deaton, support by Commissioner Domas to adjourn. All those in favor kindly say aye, voice vote.
Aye.
It's 9-0. The meeting is now adjourned. We're on to resolution number 13A. It reads 2025-10-139, requiring a roll call vote. It's a resolution authorizing a reduction in the multiplier used for building permit fee calculations and other adjustments in the permit fees for the building department. Can I get a motion?
move sample.
Support Deaton.
Commissioner Sample moved, support by Commissioner Deaton. We're in the discussion phase. Does anybody have any comment or discussion that needs to come forward now? I have one. The resolution reads that every February from now on, the fee schedule will be amended to conform with the national fee schedule place. I think it's ICC or LCC. Yes. We can only bind ourselves to the end of our term. So I would like to bring to your attention that before anything happens in the year 2029, you got to come back for another resolution. As we can only bind our council. If it was a contract, it'd be different. But because it's a resolution, I'm reading the fact that we can only do it to the end of 28.
Is that specifically, Mr. Chair, is it specifically for the data evaluation part of the other adjustments to stay? Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct.
Okay. One more thing I'd just like to add.
Could you speak into the mic so people online can hear?
You know, the label on this resolution states authorizing a reduction in the multiplier. That's not exactly what's going on. We are raising the multiplier by about 2%, and the other adjustments that are being made are upward adjustments. So I just want to, you know, the reduction part is what I want everybody to be clear on. It's not a reduction. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've made a good record. We're good. Any other observations or comments? Seeing none, it's a roll call vote.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman,
Yes.
and Commissioner Domas.
Yes.
Motion to approve carries.
Thank you.
Mark your calendar.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We're on to 13B. It reads 2025-10-140. It's a resolution approving appointments to the Livingston County Planning Commission. And it's brought to us by Board of Commissioners.
So
Can I get a
moved
motion?
sample.
Motion by Sample on 13B. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Fiani. Discussion phase. Commissioner Nakagiri.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name was mentioned during call to public as somebody who exerted influence to get somebody's name on that. I know nothing about that. I'm a little bit surprised. If I were thin-skinned, I'd say I was upset, but I'm not. That, I was included in the same sentence as Good Old Boy Network. I would never put anybody up for nominating anybody that wasn't qualified. So to suggest that it was a friend of mine, and when I did nothing, I want to get on the record and just state that didn't happen. Whatever that information came from is fake news. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Helserman.
Point of order here, I thought that that our resolution would only have one name, because that was the only name that was forwarded. Paul Funk is one, but the other one, only one, in the second, there was only one name put forward, and on my resolution, I have two names.
So there's two positions that are up for appointment.
Right, I understand
And
that.
there's
I
two-
understand.
And there's two individuals who are proposed for appointment. One is Paul Funk as the residential representative, and the other is Chuck Wright as the commercial representative. And that's all listed in the therefore be it resolved.
Okay, so that's not how the resolution,
You
the
must,
resolution I have is apparently wrong because it has two names, Chuck Wright and Adrian on,
is that in the whereas?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So.
okay, I see. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I'm good. I have the correct resolution.
And your resolution reads,
My resolution and that therefore be it resolved that Paul Funk is appointed as the residential representative and Chuck Wright is the commercial representative on the Livingston County Planning Commission for a 3-year term, commencing November 1st.
and that's the resolution that came out of committee.
Correct,
Yeah.
out of personnel.
Yes, I was reading the whereas
Okay,
instead of the therefore, so.
okay.
Any further discussion? I'll close the discussion and we'll vote on the resolution as recited by our clerk. It's 13B. All those in favor? Voice vote, kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 9-0, 13B as written is. We're on to 13C. It reads 2025-10-141. It's a resolution approving an appointment to the Livingston County Department of Health and Human Services Board.
I move to approve the resolution.
Thank you. Is there a second to Commissioner Fiani's motion?
Second, Nakagiri.
Second by Commissioner Nakagiri. Any discussion? Very well. Discussion's closed. We'll move into voice vote. All those in favor of 13C, kindly say aye.
Aye.
9-0 is what my ears heard. That passes. We're at the 13D. It reads 2025-10-142. It's a roll call vote. Resolution for the annual 2025 apportionment report brought to us by Equalization. Director Sheets, you're already there at the table.
I move to approve the resolution.
Thank you.
Thank you there. So we have a resolution motion by Commissioner Fiani with support by Commissioner Deaton. Proceed.
Yeah, so I have before you the 2025 annual apportionment report. On the first page there, you will see all of the millage rates for the county across all the units. We've made sure those are properly calculated with Headley rollbacks, truth in taxation, truth in assessing, and truth in equalization acts. Second page shows that we do not have any special assessments levied with a millage rate. Further in report, you will see those numbers funneled into a total millage rate by unit. It also gives a projected total estimated tax dollars collected. Now be aware that is based on the numbers we settled on in March. Certain exemptions will change those numbers throughout the year, so that is just a rough estimate. Also attached is the drain commission special assessments as well as all of the special assessments levied in the county.
And it's your certification that none exceed the statute.
Correct.
Thank you. Any other comment or observation, discussion? Commissioner Nakagiri.
Are special assessments subject to Headley?
If they were levied via a millage rate, then yes. However, we do not have any of those in the county.
Does equalization keep track of special assessments for every, property owner?
We do not. No, that would be something that would be kept track of in the Treasury Department.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Any further discussion, comment? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri,
Yes.
Commissioner Drick,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Motion to approve carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Good work. Thank you. We're on to 13E. It's a resolution authorizing a third quarter budget amendment to the 2025 budget brought to us by Fiscal Services. Can I get a motion?
Move the resolution, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second. Yes.
I've heard a motion by Domas, second by Commissioner Gross. Discussion? Observations? Seeing none, I'll close discussion. We'll go to a roll call vote kindly.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman.
Yes.
Motion to approve carries.
Thank you. We're on to 13F. It's number 2025-10-144. It's a roll call vote. Resolution to reduce workforce in the WIC program in the Health Department. Can I get a motion?
I move to adopt the resolution.
Thank you.
Support Deaton.
I've heard a motion by Fiani, support by Deaton. I've been alerted by Health Director Bolang, he's unable to be here. But we can proceed without him. He doesn't have a difficulty. Is there discussion? Seeing none, I'll close discussion. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas.
Yes.
Commissioner Sample.
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We're on to 13G. It's number 2025-10-145. It'll be a roll call vote. It's a resolution authorizing a payoff of the unfunded pension liability for the Let's non-union hybrid division in fiscal year 2025 brought to us by Let's. Can I get a motion?
Support Deaton.
Thank you. Commissioner Gross moved it. Commissioner Deaton seconded. Discussion, questions, analysis. Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment. First, I appreciate Director Kellogg moving forward on this, our unfunded pension liability. We've been working vigorously over the years to get it in line. This helps, at least for the employees at Let's, and so I thank you very much for that. I also wanted to take this time to recognize Karen Grunhout, our public defender. She has received an answer back from Lansing saying that some of their unused funds from the year can be used to pay off unfunded pension liabilities for the public defender's office. So that's every little bit helps. And actually, those aren't little bits, but if I remember right, the public defender was 170,000 unfavorable for the year. So anyway, I just wanted to thank, everybody that's been involved in moving forward on these important items. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Any other comment? Thank you for responding to my email. if I understood it correctly, the $314,929 that you're going to send in to pay the unfunded pension liability for the hybrid division, non-union, might have a chance of being paid back by the CARES Act fund.
Commissioner, Mr. Chair, it will be paid back, but by our ARPA award. We had a separate ARPA award from the county. It was about 700,000. Has about 500,000 left remaining in the grant. And the reason we're using that pot of money is it has an expiration date of 2028, whereas the CARES Act award does not expire.
And that money's in our bank,
It's in the Treasury bank, but it's.
so we don't have to worry about the slowdown in Washington.
No, I haven't made a draw since October 1st, but the website is active, so
Good.
I assume in past shutdowns, we've been able to draw funds. There's just no staff there to talk to. And Mr. Chair, I want to make one other correction. This, again, won't really impact our bottom line because we're drawing from the grant, but I gave you an outdated number on our cash balance. If you recall, I gave you
Number
the
two,
fund balance was 2.2, and I
Okay.
mentioned our cash balance was around 250,000. That was way outdated. I got an analysis from Treasurer Nash, and it's actually about 950 cash as of 12/31/24.
thank you.
Yep.
Have my comments or questions raised any comments or questions by any other commissioner? Seeing none, I'll close discussion, ask for a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich,
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani.
Yes.
Motion to approve carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
We're on to 13H. It's numbered 2025-10-146. It's a resolution to concur with the Livingston County Aeronautical Facilities Board to amend Resolution 2012-11-314 and the ground lease agreement with 1056 Hangar Group LLC, a Michigan Limited Liability Corporation, to add an additional 5 years to the term, brought to us by our airport director, Mr. Johnson. But I-
The resolution, Mr. Chair.
Second, Sample.
Commissioner Domas moved, Commissioner Sample seconded. Is Mark on Zoom?
I am on Zoom.
You have the floor.
These are the T hangars that are located along Grand River. They're the older ones on the airport. They're owned by 1056 Hangar Group, which is a subsidiary of the Experimental Aircraft Association. Over the years, they've made improvements to that space, and they're a good tenant.
Thank you. Any questions or analysis by commissioners? Mark, I would note that in the lease that you attached, there's no late charge for late rent, no attorney fees if we have to chase them for any breach of the lease, no indemnification, hold harmless, or defend clause, no clause to make sure venue of any court is in Livingston County. Can we get those buffed up before we sign it?
I would certainly think we could.
I'll make sure I get an email to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'll get that done. I don't think we have to vote against it, but I think we need to buff up the protections for the county. So we're to the point, then I'll close discussion. And,
Mr. Chair, I had a.
oh, I'm
question.
sorry, excuse me. I didn't see you.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, who approves the language of the contracts that were referred to by Chairman Drick?
That was put together by Tim Perone at Peter Cole's office.
All right, thank you.
Any Further comment or discussion? Thank you. This will be a voice vote. All those in favor of 13H, kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 9-0 by my hearing. We're on to item I. It's number 2025-10-147. It's a resolution to concur with the Livingston County Aeronautical Facilities Board to enter into a temporary conditional lease agreement with SE Metro Properties LLC for the old airport terminal building. Brought to us by our airport director, Mr. Johnson, who's still on Zoom. Can I get a motion?
So move Gross. Support.
I've heard motion by Commissioner Gross, support by Commissioner Domas. You still there, Mark?
I still am. So this one's a little different than a typical land lease agreement in that we were about ready to knock down that building. In fact, the excavator had already shown up. This gentleman reached out to us. He would like, his intent is to build a hangar adjacent to it. He wants to spend this winter rehabbing the old terminal building. He loves our old Art Deco buildings, and that definitely fits that description. So what he wants to do is to be able to get started on that. And over the next 2 or 3 months, he'll be working on his hangar plan where he's going to put his parking lot. So we don't know yet exactly how much space he's going to take. We do know he's going to build at least a 10,000 square foot hangar. It may be a little larger than that. He's still working on those details. So this allows him to get going on the rehab of the old building while he's working on his plans for his lease. And then he expects to start construction on the hangar in the spring.
Thank you. Any commissioner have a question? Commissioner Domas?
Yeah, Mark, what's the status of the basement of that old building? I know for a while we were concerned about moisture, and when moisture gets 3 or 4 inches deep, you kind of wonder.
Well, you know, the day I went to show him this building, Kevin at Facility Services, I think they pumped about 18 inches of water out of that building. And he is fully aware that that is the status of that building today. Now, part of that was in anticipation of the demolition. We had removed the power and the gas from the building, which is required. So we had no sump pump that was operational, and that's why the water got as deep as it did. But we've pumped it out a few times for him, or well, for us and him both. And but he is fully aware that that basement leaks like a sieve.
So he still intends to use that lower level? Is he storing things down there, or is he gonna have classes down there?
He's not intending to offer services to the public out of that building. I don't know if he's using it just for storage or if that's where the furnace is going to be. I don't think he's far enough along in his plan yet to know that. Excuse me.
Are you aware of any plans that he wants to do to the basement? I'm kind of concerned about the basement just because it does collect water. It attracts water, in fact.
It attracts water. Although when the sump pump is working, the sump pump does a pretty good job of keeping the water out of there, or collecting the water and getting it out of the building. But yes, he is aware that that basement has been a problem since the mid-60s when that building was built.
And so the building department will have some responsibility to inspect his work? Do they
Oh,
set a
absolutely.
standard?
Any work that he has done will certainly require permits.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Commissioner Nakagiri?
Mr. Johnson, the cost of upkeep for this building that we're going to turn over, that we were going to demolish, where do the funds come from? Where did the funds come from to do the upkeep before we decided we're not going to do the upkeep anymore?
The upkeep for the last several years of that building had been pretty minimal. And it just came out of the airport operations budget.
Okay. What, I was thinking, I remember talking about this in committee, and it didn't dawn on me till I got home and was thinking about this. So I was curious on your perspectives on what I'm about to say. So the county has an asset, the building, the old terminal, that we didn't have the funding or make the funding available to keep it up. Therefore, it deteriorated, and, we were left with a choice of demolishing it or turning it over to this gentleman. Any county asset we ought to take care of, and if the funding was not available to do that, to me, that suggests the fee structure at the airport is not commensurate with the cost of doing business, that the fees ought to be higher. Otherwise, because we're giving away this building, and we should never do that with a county asset. Your thoughts?
There isn't, the plan for that space along Grand River has been for the construction of larger box hangars. That building has really not fit into that plan, which is one of the reasons that it wasn't, the expectation had been that that building was going to come down. Dan's PC was in there for, I believe, 65 or 6 years. It was just kind of a happy accident that we were able to get a little bit of revenue out of that building. But long-term, the plan has been that that building would leave that space and free it up for hangar development. This particular gentleman wants to both build a hangar and utilize that space, and I think that's a great use for the property.
Okay, thank you.
Mark, I have another set of questions about the lease. The first part is, while you're telling us the guy wants to rehabilitate and renovate, it's really optional under the 8-month lease. He's not under any obligation to do that. That'd be a bit of a problem if he decides it's not his cup of tea anymore.
Well,
the lease also transfers ownership for the mere 8 months of rent. It doesn't bind him to build a new hangar in any sense. And there's a clause that's very difficult in the law to enforce. You're hoping to agree to later agree or negotiate. And those are always difficult to enforce. And we have the same problems that there's no ability to chase or get our attorney fees if he doesn't pay even the rent or build the hangar. Can we,
Well,
can we send some of these back to the attorney to buff these up too?
those have been buffed up, and that was presented to you this afternoon. But as for, you are correct, he is not required to do any work. But at the end of that 8-month period, he turns over that building to, he never takes ownership of that building. If at the end of 8 months, he decides he's not building a hangar, any work he's done to that hangar or to that building becomes our property. And we end up with a building that's in better shape than it is today. My guess is if this falls through, we're going to continue with our plan to knock down that building.
I have a problem with what you said because it truly does not transfer. It transfers ownership just for signing the 8-month lease.
It does not.
What time today did you supposedly send me something?
Oh, 3:30.
That's
But
what's going
what
on.
you have in front of you that was in your packet, and I'm sorry, I'm digging for it right now. Bottom of paragraph 1, lessee may renovate the old terminal building at its own expense, after which ownership of the building shall be transferred to the lessee, conditional on entry into a new lease agreement, meaning this is really set up as a phase 1 and phase 2 lease.
But what you just said makes it optional for him to do the rehab, but he still can, he still can enter into a lease for, whatever he builds on there. And then he owns the building.
I don't believe he does. The only way he can get possession of that building is to enter into a long-term lease agreement that includes that space.
The way I read it, he doesn't have to renovate it. He can just leave it sit there, sign a new lease, and he owns the building. Because it says the lessee may renovate, and the word may is optional. If it said shall, that'd be a different story.
I am not reading this at all that if he does not enter into the second long-term lease agreement, he has any right to any part of that building. It's conditional. That's the way this was intended to read.
Kick the tires, and if he doesn't do anything, he can walk.
Well, I understand what the intent is. It just isn't said in the black and white. Commissioner Fiani.
Please help me with my interpretation of it. My understanding is he may renovate or may not renovate the old terminal building. But after there's an option for us to continue to enter into a new lease agreement, as opposed to us being required to. That's my interpretation. So if I'm misunderstanding it.
You're saying the renovation's optional.
The renovation's optional, but the second agreement's also optional. Is that
I think that is very fair, Commissioner.
Okay.
That it is what everybody's working towards. But yes, it is not, this lease does not require the second lease. It just anticipates it.
right? We're not bound. We're not obligated to fulfill or enter into the second lease, regardless of what he does.
Correct.
That's my understanding.
Well, you'd have to sign the second lease for him to take ownership.
Yes, yes, that's also my understanding as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Is that how you
Yeah.
understood? Okay.
Having that, I'll close discussion and we'll go into a vote. This would be on 13I. It's a voice vote. All those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nay. It's 8-1. It passes. We're on to number, letter J under 13. It's 2025-10-148. It's a roll call vote. It's a resolution authorizing the purchase of Dell servers and implementation services for Livingston County Hyper-Converged Service System from the Livingston County Trusted Partner People Driven Technology, Inc., to replace and update and expand Livingston County server systems brought to us by Information Technology. Can I get a motion?
So move Gross.
Second, Sample.
Motion by Gross, second by Sample. Director Tobey, you have the floor.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to present tonight. What you have before you is a replacement of 4 servers in our Livingston County server system here. This replaces existing servers that were purchased back in 2017. It updates them and increases their storage and RAM memory capacity. Happy to answer any other questions that you may have here.
I just have one question.
Commissioner Helserman.
what is the difference between your group of servers and a data center besides the size?
I'm sorry, can you state that again, sir?
What is the difference between your stack of servers and a data center except for size?
Probably the cost.
Proportionally?
Yes, yes. A data center would have much more expensive servers, which, with much higher cost, redundancy, chipsets, and, power capacity. So it would be an upscaling from what we have here of probably exponential proportions to go to a full-blown data center. But what we have here is a smaller version of a large-scale data center, much, much smaller.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Certainly.
Now tomorrow's headline is gonna say, county approves data center.
Or replacement of existing data center.
In reading through the paperwork, the bid expired October 13th, 2025. You have a piece of paper that they extended it for us?
I do not have that in front of us here, but I do know that they would be happy to extend the quote on this one and hold the pricing on that. We have been in close contact with the vendor partner. We're actually.
In fact, there are two different places that the bid expires before today. And you're reasonably confident they're going to not invoke that expiration date?
Very confident, sir. If you'd like, I'd be happy to provide a follow-up quote to the board.
Give us some paper.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Any further analysis or talk? Commissioner Gross.
I'd just like to point out, Mr. Chair, that the question of the timing of the quotes was brought up 3 weeks ago in committee, and the committee was satisfied with the responses we received from the director. Thank you.
You're welcome. Roll call vote. Excuse me, I'll close the discussion unless anybody has their hand up. Okay, roll call vote kindly.
Commissioner Gross.
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman.
Yes.
Commissioner Domas.
Yes.
Commissioner Sample.
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton.
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, commissioners.
Stay where you are. We're at item K. It's a resolution, excuse me, it's 2025-10-149. Needing a roll call vote, it's a resolution authorizing the issuance of yearly purchase orders for annual software maintenance and license renewals, brought to us by Information and Technology. Can I get a motion?
So move, Gross.
Support, Nakagiri.
Motion by Commissioner Gross, support by Commissioner Nakagiri. Discussion.
Say something.
Mr. Chairman, did you want me to speak to that?
No, let me look at something that I can solve it fast. Hang
Okay.
on.
Where was that fireplace at? Where was the fireplace at? First floor basement.
It's in the attorney's on the first floor.
Okay, good. Talk about that.
Okay, I've solved what I needed to solve. Thank you. Any further discussion? Anybody wishes or questions? We'll go to a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Gross.
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman.
Yes.
Commissioner Domas.
Yes.
Commissioner Sample.
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton.
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you again, commissioners. We appreciate the support.
We're on to paragraph 13. L, I believe. It's numbered as 2025-10-150, requiring a roll call vote. It's a resolution to authorize entering into an agreement to design and install a 911 central dispatch telecommunication tower system with Motorola Solutions, Inc. /Mission One Communications, brought to us by our Chair of FAM.
I move to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Fiani, support by Helserman. Discussion.
Mr. Chair,
Proceed.
I think that this is one of the, it's not only a large amount of money, but it is probably one of the most important steps that we will make on behalf of the citizens of Livingston County. We have a phenomenal group of EMS and fire and police and 911 that have worked around a lot of things. This one vote is maybe one of the most important votes that I'll cast. I think it's very important for us.
Thank you. Commissioner Gross, you have the floor.
I have a question with respect to the funding of this project. In the first, be it further resolved, it speaks to an amount of $12,756,000 change, which would be paid from remaining unobligated Vision Tour contingency designated fund balance and remaining balance from undesignated general fund balance. I seem to recall at a meeting we had some time ago, perhaps several months, that we were able to determine that some of this expense could be covered by our opioid settlement money. I'm wondering if that's still the case, or has that been determined to not be allowable?
It would be permissible, and that certainly could be evaluated as we proceed, but at this time, there was a general, I'll say a general interest in not utilizing the opioid funds for the 12.756 million portion.
I seem to recall there was an estimate of approximately $1 million of the opioid money that could be used. And if that still is available and there's no restrictions, I'd rather use that than dipping into the general fund or to our fund balance.
So the councils and councillettes, since they pertain to data encryption, which adheres to the HIPAA standards and protocols, that is going to utilize portions of our opioid fund balance. Beyond that, my strong recommendation is to proceed with the funding structure that's presented in the resolution.
I just have a concern that in as much as the possibility of using opioid settlement funding it apparently is still on the table, that it's not specifically identified as a potential source of the funds to do this project. Be my preference to have some language to show that, but if it's the will of this board to proceed as is, I guess I'll have to be.
Anyone further? I was provided with 3 pieces of paper entitled proposal. I was hoping somewhere on this, it would tell us how many radios we're buying. Or is there a subset of papers that tells us the number?
There is a document that's probably a half an inch thick that the commissioners, if they haven't received it, will be receiving it as part of the purchase package.
And is it 10, 13, 14? What are the radios we're getting?
The number of them?
Yeah.
It's certainly north of 10. It's got to be closer to 20 or so.
And that gives us radios for the EMS and for 911,
Sheriff's Department, EMS and Sheriff's Department.
EMS and sheriff. In the future, are we gonna need more radios then?
I think we're always gonna need more radios, but this will, address the needs, on hand at hand.
Thank you. Any further questions? Analysis? I'll close discussion. We'll go to roll call vote.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes,
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Motion carries.
thank you. We're on to item M under 13. It's in number 2025-10-151. It's for, it'll require a roll call vote eventually. It's a resolution to modify first responder radio communication equipment to enable seamless integration of Michigan's non-opioid directive, brought to us by the Board of Commissioners and the FAM chairman. Can I get a motion?
So move, Helserman. Support, Domas.
I've heard a motion by Hilserman with support by Domas. Discussion? Analysis, questions? I'll close discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Helserman.
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample.
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich.
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani,
Yes.
Commissioner Gross.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We're on to paragraph 14 of the agenda. It's entitled Accounts Payable Reports. 14A reads Claims dated October 27, 2025. 14B reads Payables dated October 3 through October 16, 2025. Can I get a motion for both 14A and B, please?
Move Gross.
Support, Helserman.
Heard a motion by Commissioner Gross, support by Commissioner Helserman. All those in favor, kindly voice vote, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I've heard 9-0, 14A and B both pass. Item number 15 is call to the public. Second one of the evening. It's a 2-minute duration. Have you any cards?
I do. Steve Williams, Marion Township.
Mr. Williams, come on up, make yourself comfortable. When you're ready to begin, the timer will begin. Until then, it's not running.
Thank you very much. In considering my earlier 3 minutes, I wanted to make sure that you understand I am not complaining at all about the services provided by the transcription person at the county level. Okay, that was, she did a great job. I'm not saying that the price is unfair or that the quality is poor. Okay, I'm just saying that if this is from a couple hours of a trial and you have to review this with your attorney, or you have to switch attorneys or whatever, it's just an unreasonable burden for constituents and people who are participants and taxpayers to have to pay for this and then pay $300 an hour to have an attorney review it. My ask is a resolution requesting that people be allowed access to copies of recordings of their own trials and from the court hearings in Livingston County. This is up to the chief judge. The time we examined this before, we had a different chief judge and the county commissioner here, our meetings were not recorded and transmitted. So there was a concern at that time, and Commissioner Domas, my fault. Commissioner Domas may remember that well, if we do this to the courts, then the courts are going to require that we broadcast our meetings. And of course, thanks to COVID, you guys have been doing that for years now, and the world has not come to an end by allowing more access to the public to your meetings. A resolution is well within your purview. There are actually several legislative bills that are recent and current. Michigan Senate Bill 790 from 2020, 257 from 2023, 936 from 2024, House Bill 4262 from 2023, and that's still current, and that's in the Assembly Judiciary and Appropriations Committee and is set to be heard next year. So my point is, when people say the legislative branch has no control or influence over the judicial branch, that is not the case up in Lansing. I don't think it should be the case in Howell. I think you should be advocates for greater transparency for people and greatly reduced costs for those who are already paying. Now, $550 for a half inch of paper may not be a lot to a judge who's making $172,000 a year. You know, one of the highest paid public servants in the county. That's only $2,000 less per year than a congressperson makes. But $550 is a lot to me, and it's going to be a lot more to, let's say, a single parent or somebody else who's trying to defend themselves. So I would ask that at least you consider that, review the materials. It was a tradition always to compare ourselves to our competitor counties within the state in terms of financing and everything. I would suggest you do that in this case as well. Thank you very much.
I have no further cards.
And I see a hand up on Zoom. Director Feldposh, if you'd like the floor, proceed.
Good evening.
Good evening. Proceed.
Dave Felposh, EMS Director. I don't generally participate in call to the public because I'm not elected. But I want to take a moment to thank you all tonight for the resolution you passed addressing the public safety communication towers. I know this was a huge ask, and I know what it does financially to the county, but this investment in public safety communications is one that's going to impact us for generations to come. And I want to thank you all for the time and effort you put into passing that resolution tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Now, clap from the public.
The record should reflect there was applause.
Lots of it.
Anyone else call to the public on Zoom? I see no hands. But anybody want to put their hand up now is okay. The call to the public on item number 15 is now closed. We're to 15A, which is the closed session that we voted on earlier. I need a motion to enter into closed session to discuss a written legal opinion in accordance with MCL 15.268H.
Did we do the commissioner comments before we do that? Or is that where you?
That's where it was placed and we voted on it.
We voted on the placement.
Okay, okay.
So can I get a motion to enter into closed?
So moved,
to discuss the
Nakagiri.
written legal. Motion by Nakagiri to enter into closed.
Second, Sample.
All those in favor of going into
Mr.
closed?
Chair, this will require a roll call vote, please.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Yep. Roll call then.
Commissioner Nakagiri?
Yes.
Commissioner Dreck?
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton?
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Commissioner Panovich?
Yes.
Commissioner Fiani?
Yes.
Commissioner Gross?
Yes.
Commissioner Helserman?
Yes.
Commissioner Domas?
Yes.
Commissioner Sample?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
7:20.
Commissioner Drake, please give us a minute to be able to move everybody to the waiting.
I think everybody left. I don't think we have an audience left. Nobody here.
Commissioner,
Item
the
number-
audience on Zoom has been let back into the meeting.
Thank you.
Welcome. We're on to item number 16, Commissioner comments. Commissioner Helserman.
Yes, I should have said this during our comment, when we talked about Chuck Wright's appointment. I had gotten several calls with concerns about Mr. Wright. And so I met with Chuck Wright and had a nice talk with them. You know, I'm very conservative in the planning area, in the tension between property rights and ability of a community to plan. I would say that Chuck Wright does not particularly, and I don't look eye to eye on that, but I think we're close enough. I had, the thing that I know about Chuck is that he reads and he thinks, and he has done background information on the planning commission. And the two letters that I had emailed to you and were letters that he put in the Fowler News and Views. And I was really, at the time that they were in there, I was very impressed with his ability to write and his ability to cover the subject well. And I think that Chuck will be a quick learner. And I almost think that every board needs to have somebody that's learning on it so that you get fresh ideas instead of, we did this 10 years ago at place X and it worked. Every organization should have somebody with fresh ideas, and I just wished I would have said it at that time. But it's being recorded anyways, so anyways, I'm happy. I think Chuck will do a good job. The thing that I had reservations is because 4 of the, whatever there are, 9 commissioners are in my district. So I'm happy for that, and Chuck is in my district. The one that went off was in my district too. So it seems to me that the planning commissioners should be distributed, the broader representation, and not just be in my neck of the woods. So, but thank you.
Any other comment? Commissioner Gross?
Yes, we found on the dais tonight this minutes of the September 22nd board meeting with the blue tab. Are we supposed to be doing anything with this?
May I speak on that?
Please.
Mr. Chair?
That'll be faster.
There, if you look to where that tab is, I think it's item 13I. Let me verify that.
13K.
13K. There was an error that got through in the packet that said motion to approve the agenda as presented instead of motion to adopt the resolution. That was strictly a clerical error, and so the correct version of the minutes is there. That was the one that should have been in the packet. So I wanted commissioners to know that that was the version of the minutes you approve in the true packet.
Information only.
Yeah, information only.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So
Item
moved.
number 17.
Support Dayton.
Motion by Helserman, support by Deaton. All those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 9-0. We're adjourned to 8:31. Thank you, gentlemen.
No.